Hi there, my name is Dana Ferrant, and this is your little dominatrix moment. So I was challenged by the lovely Kim Churchfield, and she wanted me to talk about the subject of cognitive dissidence. Now, on its own, that doesn't sound like a very sexy kind of subject to get into. It doesn't sound like something that's like, oh, that's really what I need to know. But there's an interesting piece that you can really take away for your own life from this. So, cognitive dissonance basically is when your actions that you're taking are not in alignment with your beliefs. Your brain has to do something very interesting to make that either line up or not be important, that what you're doing is out of alignment. So let me give you a mild example with this. Somebody who smokes. So we have all heard the message that smoking causes cancer. It's bad for us. It changes your voice, it changes your skin, and there's all these reasons why smoking is not good for you. But the smoker who wants to continue smoking, who doesn't want to give it up, really enjoys it, has to change something in their brain in order to justify it, in order to make it okay. So what happens is that they'll start to make up little stories of why, oh, it's not that bad, or they haven't really proven that. Some people got cancer, but not everybody gets cancer, right? And so there's this justification thing that goes on in the brain. Now, what gets dangerous is that when we start to do things that are out of alignment with our values and our beliefs, then we have to start changing the mental picture. And the more that we push that limit, the more we're able to push that limit. So that's kind of the danger of what we see globally going on, is that people are shifting and changing, and they're doing this kind of cognitive dissonance and then having to justify it in their own brain. But it creates a disruption in our system, because ultimately we know that we're fooling ourselves. We know the truth, but we've set up this lie that we sort of believe, right? So that's the danger for us on a physical level, is that eventually that's going to show up in our body. We're going to have it expressed through our cells, through our health, and our ability to connect with other people, right? Because we kind of have to keep people at bay because we don't want them to dispute our beliefs. And, it's just kind of this interesting dynamic, but it's one to just be aware of, that when you do things that are not in alignment with your beliefs, then you're setting yourself up for problems down the road. You're setting yourself up for maybe pain and suffering in your body down the road. Fun little example with the cognitive dissonance. So I grew up Jehovah's Witness. And I was quite young at the time that this whole thing of the 1975 was going on, but I do remember stories of it. So the piece is that the Jehovah's Witnesses in around the 1970 mark really started to push this idea that Armageddon was coming in 1975. And of course, every religion has their own little spin on Armageddon. And, there's this idea that Armageddon's coming, it's God's war, he's going to wipe out all the evil people, you're going to be left with all the good people. Great, that's the basic premise of it. So, of course, if somebody's coming along and saying, we have a date of when Armageddon's coming, they were able to pull in a lot of people into the religion because they had this date that they were working with. And of course, we well know 1975 has come and gone, and what that did for the people who were left in the religion is that it set up a really strong cognitive dissonance that they had to make a choice. So some people who were not really bought into the idea left because they were like, crap, I got duped. Great, shame on me. Walked away, did something different. But the people the people like my father, who were very devout, and my father still is, they had to find justification. They had to, replay things. So it's well known that they took all the books and all the literature and everything that referenced 1975 was removed, disappeared. And the story was that we never said that. And it's a bit of a crazy making, but So there's this piece going on where it was said, it was taught, it was believed, and then as soon as it's over, we never said that, right? That's the crazy making. So, if you're coming across somebody who does that kind of black and white flip-flop, to know that you're not going crazy, that really what's going on in their brain possibly is this cognitive dissonance, and they're trying to come to terms with where they are not in alignment with their beliefs and their values. So, just a little tidbit, some interesting pieces. That's my rambling thoughts on cognitive dissonance, an exciting, juicy topic, but interesting looks for how that can impact your life. Have fun.